I think I'm back. Sorry about that. My internet actually went out. Am I? I don't think I'm back. Okay, cool. We're back. Yeah, my internet went out, so I don't know what you guys heard or anything. Yeah, true. At the start of the thing instead of in the middle. That is good timing. Yeah, so I was wanting to make sure the music is a good balance. Of course, the music stops as soon as I get that. Okay, here it is. Okay. It's faint. I think I should turn it up, but let me... Just by a little bit, maybe? Oh, the audio sounds good? I did turn it up a little bit right now. Does it still sound good? Yeah. Or is that a little loud now? I think it sounds good, but... Yeah, okay. Oh, I've used all the slots. Let's just delete the newest one. Not too loud? That's good. Yeah. I mean, if the other audio was working, I'll just turn it back down and yeah. I think it's relatively consistent volume, but this is definitely softer than some of it. Okay. Let me get myself out of my ear. Yeah. Just start a single player. Yeah, so I played this with my sister the first time. It is a multiplayer, but the bot it comes with works really well.
Ember awoke to a distant roar, like a great wind. Her dreams, usually warm and bright, had taken on the chill of ice and azure.
Right, I forgot it was voice acted. Is the volume good for that? Okay, awesome. Yeah, and you can see it's beautiful already. And I like the thunk we have while walking on wood. Yeah.
Rhyme's dreams were restless, filled with dancing fires and a bright, almost blinding light. He dreamed of a great wind, a roaring in the air like some great beast, and the faint smell of sulfur jolting him awake. He was the last in a long line of heroes, the lone defender of the castle in the heart of this kingdom of ice. Rhyme lowered the drawbridge of his castle. As to what it guarded against, he realized he had no idea.
Huh. I'm like, let me note that down so I can look that up at some point. Let me. Yeah, sorry about that. Onwards!
As she emerged from the great oak that was her home, she noticed the once great trees of the forest were shattered, broken. It was as if a great storm had blown through, splintering all in its path, the roar that had awoken her. She ventured on, her curiosity growing as she climbed through the tree hollows.
Yeah, it's just a very pretty game with good music.
There was a growing chill in the air, and the branches stirred in the wind. The storm may have passed, but she knew another was on the way.
The story is kind of just a background thing. I've never paid it much attention. But there's some interesting lore story implications, and I do find that interesting.
The permafrost was melting. Rhyme felt a gust of warm wind, and wondered if it had brought the wisp beside him. The winds had melted the ice bridges, causing new drops and chasms. But Rhyme could still use the cold to his advantage. He ventured on to the edge of his kingdom. There, he hoped to find answers. The great fire that gave life to her land was dying. Fissures had cracked open tunnels in the cliffs, and great jets of sulfur erupted from the ground. Yet she knew she could use these to her advantage. She hoped to discover from where the strange winds blew. Rhyme hoped he still had time. He passed the gates of his kingdom and found new tunnels revealed by the melting of the ice.
Yeah, I do agree. I love world building. That's a passion of mine. Yeah, it's always sad when a good thing ends.
The cave ran down the walls like tears, as if weeping at the melting of his world.
Though it can be better than a good thing becoming not good, or just like the memory of it gets a little muddled with like the sequel that wasn't great, or the continuation that just went on too long. So I do prefer you end when you end, and if there's no more, there's no more. Right.
Both stepped on the bridge together, matching each other's steps. Ember met Rhyme.
And here we are. Our gameplay consists of this line between the two characters, and you can switch between them. But the bot will also...
A shimmering barrier separated them. On either side of this barrier, each carried their world with them.
So it is a cooperative game. Each player character has different skills, and you do
Neither knew
change
what
and
world they
balance
had come to. Yet clearly, someone had been here long ago.
there. There we go. And then as we progress through the story, we will go to other areas which have slightly different mechanics. Also just beautiful
As they
scenery
rode
and
across the
music.
sky, the two caught sight of a great castle in the distance. And over it, a dark shape soared into the air and was gone. Perhaps there at the castle, they would find answers to what threatened their worlds. Buoyed by Ember's warmth, they rose and descended when Ryan's chill fell upon them.
Yeah.
Of who had made these tunnels, there was no sign.
Huh.
Only by working together were they able to move forward.
Yeah, okay. It's definitely better with another person, but it's very workable for a two-player game without. Right.
The wreckage of great mechanisms, wheels, and pulleys lay along the path.
Out of my way. And you get to see their strengths and weaknesses already.
More structures lay ahead, forgotten in the overgrowth. Yet the road had been built with purpose in mind.
What's up here? No reason, really. All right. Oh. There we go.
They came upon a mine.
What are you
and
doing?
saw what the mechanisms were for. The walls glittered.
It's not
and
perfect,
the
as
rocks
any bot
shining
is,
like
but
stars.
given your freedom to switch between them, it's not too much trouble.
It reminded them of the barrier between them, and wondered if there was a connection.
Wait, is Stream dead again? Stream looks like it's alive. Stream's good, right? Oh, right. the stream problem is on your side. Cool. Yeah. Bitrate's good. Internet's
Great power
connected.
lay in the veins of rock, and someone had sought to claim it. And here they had failed.
Right. Oh my. And then that's blowing up, and here we are.
No matter whether touched by cold or warmth, they noticed the ore held its color.
Ah. Sometimes they try and be helpful while you're jumping over them, and it's not so helpful. Yeah, it's just like generally a very unique mechanic. And they continue on with unique mechanics, even more unique personally than just these lanterns.
Finally, they emerged from the mine, and across the bridge ahead of them lay the great castle they had seen from the gondola.
Again, nice music.
And so, side by side, but with a chasm between them, Ember and Rhyme came to the castle gate and opened it together.
Okay. B. Yeah, so this will be our main hub. We return here a couple times.
Majestic from a distance, had fallen into ruin, its halls empty. Of the ruler, there was no sign. Ash blackened the stones from a fire long ago.
And these are fast travels.
A great door, inscribed on its surface, a golden sheaf of wheat. As the scarf was taken, the door became brighter. Whoever had once held these scarves, the doors had opened for them.
So yeah, most of the motivation for doing puzzles are now those scarves, which will open the doors to bring you to new areas and new mechanics. Though, to be honest, most of the time the reason for doing these puzzles are for the puzzles themselves, but
Another world opened up before them. Fields of promise stretching as far as the eye could see. But the fields lay untended, the farmers gone.
yeah, and you see those little black stars up there. Those are all the scarves. They'll light up as we get them, and it's like a small reference card for going back and collecting the ones you missed or whatever. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I'm glad you're back, Bert. Yeah. And now one of those stars light up.
The faded black scarf seemed a hint of royalty. And if it was like the first, it might open doors ahead. Sulfur split the ground here, fissures in the rock.
There we go. Honestly, it's not just the music. They did a good job with sound design as well.
The fissures seemed to be recent, angry. But Rhyme was able to calm it for a time. Working together, Ember moved up and over as Rhyme froze the steam from the vents so she could pass. They worked well together. Evidence of the world's past inhabitants was all around them.
If I recall, we come up through the well later, so. Onwards! Right. Here we are. Yeah. I've been wanting to play it and, like, showcase it for a while. Oops. Oops. Okay. Oh, that's what. Here we are. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure how talk it'll be because I know most of the things, and then I don't tend to talk as much when it's voice acted because it breaks up my concentration to a certain extent.
Mechanisms meant to harness the wind now lay exposed to it. Yet Ember and Rhyme did not dwell upon it. This barrier was nothing compared to what separated them.
Okay. Let's see. So as we get into more complex puzzles, I start to not remember things quite as clearly.
The strange machines curled in and about themselves, in ways that reminded them of the castle's twisting hallways. The same architect, perhaps.
There we go. You're not rolling all the way. Oh dear. Yeah, it's okay. And I like how, like, both complex and simple they are. And this took us a lot longer to figure out when I first did it. you stay put for there for a little while? Oh, I need Rhyme up here to get this, not Ember. Okay. Let's let the wheel move a little more. Ah. Excuse me? Are you stuck? Okay, here we are. Oh dear. Okay, cool. Now, grab this. And it gets cooler. I'm a little eager to show off a couple of my favorite mechanics, to be honest. Here we are. I still think we come back. We come over through that well later. I'm not positive. Up and around. And it's definitely a better experience to play with somebody. But I do admire the workability of... I needed that, didn't I? I needed that over here. Oh, this is awkward. Well, here's that area I think we'll end up through the well for, so...
The intricacy of the mining platforms was awe-inspiring. Someone had obsessed over their construction, every moving part.
And... what? There we go. Oh. There we go. Here we do not quite go. Here we go.
They made it a game, each seeing the machinery as traps left by some jealous king hoarding his scars, but not knowing the truth of it.
And there we go. Down you go. Use it there. Then up I go, and voila!
Ember, for her part, was amazed at how Rhyme's presence quelled the vents so she could pass, and she was grateful.
Yeah. This is the awkward thing about those vents sometimes. Here we go. Oh. Right.
Rhyme felt the heat carry him up. He felt elated, and for the first time in a long time, happy. The sulfur vents ran hotter and fiercer beneath the surface.
And up we go, through the well. Now, we need to get this back over there. And I believe it's not actually necessary to 100% scarves to get the ending of the game. So, yeah, if you're frustrated with the puzzle or whatever, you don't have to do it. Oh, my bad. This is awkward. Oh. Okay, rhyme. You cannot build a snowman. You can build a snowball, but not a snowman. Well, it's a little hard to balance this. Oh, well, that works out. Yeah.
Rhyme's spirit rose as he harnessed the cold to reach new heights. Ember, seeing his face, echoed his smile. A great cliff rose up before them. It looked as if they could climb the exterior. Perhaps they could use it to scout the horizon.
Well, let me get that fast travel point activated. After that, well, what do you do here? Yeah, okay, that's what you do here. Oh. It's fun.
Atop the mountain, another mechanism. A gate built into the side of the mountain.
But you see,
for all the heights they reached, it always seemed one must fall. It became a dance between them.
okay. Yeah, I don't really know how good of a time this will be, so I don't know. Hopefully you guys are entertained too, but I know I'm a lot quieter now than I was in Air. What did I what do I do here? Well, I need to get Rhyme over there somehow, so. Then must put him at the edge and launch. Yay! Ah, Ember. Oh. Okay, let me bring her around. There we go. Then bring her around again. Okay. Oh, maybe she doesn't need to be brought up. Yeah, it sounds like it. Cool.
The excavation seemed particularly deep here, as if this was one of the first places the mining had occurred.
Okay. Ember. Go stand here. Wait, no, not here. There we go. Get him through. And then we bring this up. And there we are.
The mining pit reminded them again of the ore, both the promise of its secret and the hope it could bring them together.
So,
The two had started to forget a time when they were apart, a time when they were alone. They came to a foundry, which looked intact. As they crushed the ore, they both felt a powerful, dizzying rush come over them.
yay, drugs!
The rush drove them onwards, and their spirits soared. They felt like they could do anything together. A great dredging machine looked built to sift ore from the bottom of the lake. Whoever had built these machines had sought the ore everywhere.
Yeah, we laugh at the story to a certain extent. I think we missed some up. So let us use this nifty fast travel. How do I do that? There is a button somewhere on this remote. Oh. There we go. And sideways again. And after that, I think we go up. And here we are. Why did you jump? Ah. How does this... Okay, well there's that. But I need one of them up there. Okay, yeah. And now we do that the opposite. Here we go. What are we doing here? Ah, same thing. I do think they did a very good job of introducing the mechanics without, like, introducing them super slow or tutorializing them. I appreciate them for that. You know, they're introduced slow, but not in a way that makes them think you're an idiot.
The lantern's power came easily, each sharing the burden. Rhyme noticed the work lanterns reacted to cold and warmth, yet the world was only a single temperature.
I think maybe we wanted to move that over first. Yeah. Unfortunate. Oh. Apparently you can jump the way. Convenient.
As they moved the great platforms, they felt themselves become closer.
Onwards! Okay. And there we go. And I believe that is all that we missed. Right, there is the bridge. Already did this one. There we are. All right.
Ember and Rhyme matched each other's pace easily. Uncertain before, hesitation had fallen away to the presence of one complementing the other.
Funny thing about that, my sister and I could not match each other's step. So eventually, we just had Ember push Rhyme. Rhyme was not walking. Ember was doing all the work. We were not matching each other step for step.
Bright warmth made everything possible.
Okay, this is just the wave. Yeah.
Rhyme became fascinated by the water that echoed in the cave. He was used to the icicles of his home. He had never seen water fall in such a way before. Rhyme held both the platform and the rope in place, and the scarf was within Ember's
Also,
reach.
funny story about shenanigans of both dialogue and workarounds. When we did this, well, we're not too fussed with coming up with their answer, so we had like Ember hold the rope and Rhyme just keep walking, and then you walk back. You get Ember to grab the rope, and the dialogue does not change. So it says that Rhyme grabbed the rope and Ember grabbed the scarf, but that's literally the opposite way from what we did it. And there's one other place that keeps happening. Not because we're finding a workaround, as obvious as that. We don't know what's going on there. At this point, we're like, did they get the dialogue mixed up themselves, or are we somehow not finding the right answer?
The rush of the ore had faded. They both missed the sensation, but found comfort in the other's presence.
And yeah, our drugs have worn off, I guess. That's the joke. If it's not funny, tell me and I'll stop.
The machines took on curious combinations, woven around heat and ice. Ember wondered if the architect had tried to make flames of his own to power his devices.
It's just the way they talk about it. I didn't trap us up here, did I? No, this works. Here we go.
Rhyme could not tell Ember, but each scarf carried a chill
See?
colder than ice.
See, it's this puzzle. It just seemed natural. I didn't do any weird workaround. Ember grabbed the scarf, and then Rhyme was just like implied to grab the scarf. Yeah, it's more something I find funny. I don't hold ill will to them at all. But this place, I'm confused. Like, what is the answer that we get Rhyme up here and not Ember? Like, what am I supposed to be doing here? At this point, we've tried to figure it out. And we just, like, fail every time. Because, like, how would you get Ember up there? Now I'm focused on that. And regardless of if they made a mistake, I hold them no ill will at all. I'm just, like, entertained and confused. Maybe I'm supposed to stay in here? That won't even go down that way, so surely not. And then I'm back to just what I did before. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to kick Rhyme off now. Maybe? No, because then everything has lost functioning. Yeah, I give up. I don't know the theoretically correct way of doing this. So she goes around, I think, or maybe she doesn't go around at all. Yeah. Or not. Doesn't have to be that specific one. It can be this. Maybe? No. Right, the extra lift of it turning on. I'm not sure if this will... Yeah, I think I need the extra lift of it turning on. That's that. Maybe I should switch to Rhyme and then call Ember. There, yeah, and boost of it turning
their
off.
worlds just right, Rhyme took to the air, and even more than before, he welcomed the feeling of flight Ember gifted him.
Should be one last scarf? Is that not this direction, though?
The machine seemed to be a rain catcher, to catch ore from the sky itself.
Here we go. Right. I vaguely remember. Ember needs to grab this. Oh, Ember needs to go downstairs and grab the other one.
With Ember beside him, Rhyme
There.
thought nothing seemed impossible.
And that is all the scarves of this area.
They felt a rumbling in the earth, like the breathing of some great beast. The rumbling grew as they came to a great structure with mighty walls. In its claws, they noticed shredded remains of the black scarves they had seen. Was it gathering them or destroying them?
Huh. I cannot actually see those shredded remains of scarves. I've never thought to look before. Right. That actually stays unfurled, so. Let's do this.
They opened it to the sky and let the beast free. The wind buffeted them as the dragon spread its wings and took flight. Both were grateful the beast had not attacked them. It had been too focused on the sky, as if eager to be home. A home far from here. Yet the thoughts of the beast vanished as they came to a door, much like the one that had brought them here. Beyond, the castle awaited with other worlds to explore.
Yep. I woke the dragon. Yeah, that was the first area. I'm not gonna do another area, but let us explore the castle and
Compared to the sunlit world they had left, the castle seemed even darker and emptier than before.
Find the next
Trees
door.
and brush filled the interior, the outside world creeping in slowly.
Plus, you didn't get to really appreciate the castle's music before, and I like the castle's music. Oh.
Some mechanisms had been dormant so long, moss and ivy covered them. Yet the chain served as waypoints and signposts to where to go.
Yeah, so I don't
Another
have
door.
enough.
On its surface was etched a mountain, with rays of light falling upon it.
Yeah, I don't have enough for that door. That is a fun one. It can be frustrating, but it's also very unique. And I'll keep it secret for the most part until we actually get there.
Great chains and pulleys ran along the galleries and hung from the ceiling, ferrying the ore for the absent king. Great towers rose above them and the sky opened up, shattered stones leading upward. Atop the tower, a door with a face, eyes closed, inscribed on its surface.
Okay, that one's much older. There's lots of stuff to explore in here, but let me focus on trying to find a door. Ember's like, I'm not jumping down there.
The half-finished works about the castle were all around them. The absent king had forsaken the castle long before the elements had claimed it.
To be honest, I don't know if this is the way, but I think that's the way we've always used. I'm like, what other way is there?
The two halves of this door seemed sealed together. No symbol lay on its surface, and it had a terrible sense of finality about it.
Yeah, so that's the last door.
On this door was inscribed a great tree with a thick crown of branches.
Now, we could do that one, but I'm rather hoping I can skip to one of the ones I'm more excited about. That one's a good, solid one. I just love the uniqueness of this other one. We'll go with that one if we can't do the one I'm thinking of. But, let's... grab the scarf.
A processional hall, the candles unlit. Ahead was a meditation pool, still and quiet. Water flowed from somewhere ahead. It passed easily between the bars, as if defying the prison. This waterlogged door was ringed by moss, which had spread from the door into the surrounding stone.
Aw. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the other one first, I think. That's sad. That one's like my all-time favorite, I'm pretty sure. Okay, well, the door we can go through was over here this way. Are they? You know, I never bothered to look. I don't know. Or glowing more, maybe? Anyways, mandated moderation from myself demands I quit. Since I'd have to start something new. Yeah, that would be cool. Let's see. It saves automatically, so I don't think there's anything more to do. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for sticking around, Bert. Thanks for anybody else who stopped by. And as always, thanks for anybody who watches this later. I hope you enjoyed your time. And I hope you enjoy your future time. Yeah, so... Words are stopping. Okay. I post every time I go live on Discord, so if Twitch notifications don't work, you can go there. I transfer all my VODs to YouTube, so any game, you can always go back and, well, the history of my channel, actually. Every stream except my first capture card test. It's technically still there, but I hid it because I don't know. Other than that, Discord, YouTube, yes. Something I want to emphasize going forward for my channel is unique is great and people are great. You may not be technically better at something than somebody else, but that does not make you any less valuable. That does not make you... I don't like to assign a monetary value. That does not make you any less precious. Yeah, like, there are many different art styles, and some are less detailed, and some are, like, sloppily done, and some like, there's preference, and there's worse does not necessarily mean worse. And just like with art styles and media, I think that's the same for people too, you know? Anyways, I'm gonna call that a day. Hi, Radical. Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for lurking. It was nice having you guys. Alright. I don't need to shut off the game because that's different buttons. I'm gonna find the off switch. Where's the off switch? Goodbye. Have a great day.